Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go, let's go. Let's start this show. Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show.
Myself to the stream. Forgive me, I didn't add myself to the stream. We are back like we never left before. So let me tell you how I just shit be happening to me. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go run in the kitchen and go make me some more coffee. And I put another K cup in and I just put my coffee cup under there, not thinking I already got coffee in my cup that I didn't finish. When I put it in there and came in here, I go back in there. The coffee has overflowed out the cup onto the floor. So I'm in there just trying to mop and get it up because Eli has this thing where he comes, if there's a mistake or an accident on the floor, he comes sniffing, licking shit. And one time he did it with chocolate and nuts falling on the floor, my trail mix, and he fucked around and had some chocolate in his mouth and got sick. So I had to quickly get that up. So part of my tardiness, but we back at it. Now we got our regular show. Now it's my hot topic show. So I get to tell y'all how much I really, really do appreciate y'all. I equate this to, when your mom, your grandma, your dad, or whatever, they be like wanting to kiss you before you leave, or hey, give me a hug. You like, Mom, stop. But this is my stop to y'all because I really do appreciate y'all. So let's go. I appreciate y'all being here this morning. I surely do. I grabbed some topics that I found to be so interesting to me right now, what's going on in the world and in hot topics. And I'm gonna share them with y'all. And I really do appreciate y'all being here. Please make sure you hit that like too on your way in. And grab a seat, grab your coffee. If you at work, I hope you are entertained by today's show. Some of it's gonna be funny, some of it's gonna be eye catching. Shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for being here, live number 2 this morning. Y'all didn't have to. Y'all could have went to somebody else, but y'all here. I appreciate it. Shout out to that replay gang. All the crew members that's a part of the replay. I appreciate y'all too. I see y'all. I see y'all. Shout out to my members. Thank you for supporting me so much. Shout out to the moderators. I see y'all too. Thank y'all. I don't want no new moderators. I like the moderators I have. I'm fine with them. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, and then also just thanks for being the dopest subscribers, yo. I really do appreciate it. From engaging on my community wall, the videos, liking them. I definitely do see the growth in me as a content creator here, and that's attributed to y'all. So I don't ever want to forget that, and I don't ever want to go a day alive without saying this because I really do mean it. Every time I say it, it's different because I really do mean it. And all likes matter, even your like right now. And listen, if you're not subscribing, you're watching this because you're not subscribed, subscribe. My analytics shows me that sometimes I have a high percentage of non-subscribers tuning in. Come on, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to show me some love, you can always hit my Cash App up at $Roman L Jackson. All love, all everything is appreciated here. I really do appreciate all the support. My breakfast, lunch, and dinner, upgrading our equipment. Okay. And shout out to the crew and shout out to you know who you are. Thank you so much. I be feeling your presence all the time. So let's go. All right. All right. Damn it. I definitely had to tell y'all that. That's how I felt. Shit. All right. What up, crew? Who came back? Who back? Who back? Shantae. Oh, we live. Yes, we live. Thank you for coming back, boo. Thank you. Hey, y'all. What up? Came right over. Yes. Good morning, Aries. Back. Joe, good morning. What up, Joe? Good morning. Shout out to the moderators in the building. Hey, Lisa Michelle Beauty. Good morning, Beauty. Good morning. Eli was about to be one. Baby. Eli started licking cough. I think he might die. It's so acidic to their stomachs. They like need natural. It's too got too much stuff. I was just terrified. So I was back there like mopping shit up. I said I might as well. Said Roman, think about it. You take the time to do this now, and your dog ain't got to worry about his life later. So I just did it. I went in there and cleaned that shit all up. My dumb ass. Now my coffee's sitting here all the way up to the top. He's about to be looking like a pug in the eyes. And I'll be wondering if you take your dog in for stuff, do they be like looking at you for like, is this dog abuse? Because I'm sure if a child goes to the hospital for certain things, they're like, well, what happened here? We back. Yes, we back. We back. Kurt Vixen, Journey. What up? What up? We back. All right, y'all. We back. No further ado. Remember, everything is here. Allegedly, any views, opinions that I express are mine. They're not a fact. So please go out and do your own research. I strongly advise you to. And when you do that, you find out more stuff than I actually know. You come back and be like, yo, Roman, what you didn't know or what you didn't say. And also, every video that I use here today, or anybody else's work that may be used or displayed on today's show, is for the purposes of criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by that copyright statute. So let's get into this. First thing y'all know, the first thing I'm a Disney man. The production, we love to see it. I feel it. Thank you for noticing too, Risa. Thank you. Rita, the baddest roaster, told me probably one of the top 3 best pieces of advice for being a YouTube channel content creator. And she said, don't ever listen to anybody else when it comes to what you do on your channel but your subscribers, because they are the ones who have your best interest. And ever since I tuned everything and everyone else out and I zoomed in on y'all, it's been perfect. It's been a great thing. So shout out to her for giving me that piece of advice. And thank you, Risa. I appreciate that. Yes, the vets be looking at people like a bad parent. I think my vet does. I told him, he said, you got to stop giving your dog table food. I said, well, I'm not going to be sitting here letting him look at me all night long in my face. Then Eli's so fucking bougie. He won't eat nothing. He won't eat nothing. If I have chicken in the house and he don't get a piece of it, he's gonna be sitting around like, so I'm waiting on mine. It'd be 5 a.m. He's still up, like, I'm waiting on mine. Hey, T. Trisha One, good morning. All right, y'all, let's get into the show. So, top of the hour, the first thing I want to talk about, okay? Because I don't know what's going on, but this Powerball. I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but the Powerball has hit $1.5 billion. There was on Monday it was $1 billion, and nobody claimed it. Now the winning ticket was nobody purchased it, but they had 5 winners for the $1 million second place prize out of Texas. So if you're in Texas and you got the ticket, you got 30 days to go turn and get your shit. Go get your shit. Then it was another one in Nevada, California, and New York. So if you out there and you played the Powerball, I didn't play, but I'm playing now. Today I'm going to get a ticket. I tell you that. So then after that, it increased. So here we are. That was Halloween. Then Wednesday, yesterday, it increased. Nobody claimed it. There were no winners. So now the next drawing is what, Saturday? And it's supposed to be $1.5 billion. Now we all know that that's not a lot of money once you settle out. So the estimated settlement is either you can take a lump sum of $745.9 million, and of course that's going to be taxed, or you can take 29 years of 31. You'll receive 33 million of a year for 20 over the next 29 years. It's a lot of money. I know it's some people either do it and some people don't. My TT is a big lottery player. I grew up watching her play her numbers and stuff like that, but I never grew into one. But I'm definitely going to get me a ticket. So once you get the lump sum of, you're going to be taxed at 24%. You're going to have to pay about 119.3 million, and then you're going to have to pay another, what is it, on top of that, an additional 37%. Woo, which is 64.6 million. So after that, you only come home with 313.3 million out of that 1.5 billion. That's still more money than a person can spend in their lifetime. So y'all go play that damn Powerball. Go put $1 to it. Go put $2 to it. I don't know if you play or not. I'm not a player, but I'm gonna go throw like $5 at it. See what the fuck my odds are. Shit, if I don't get the first place or four numbers right, maybe I get three. Fuck. I'm gonna do something. If y'all got some lucky numbers, put them in the chat because I'm definitely gonna do it. Um, hey Karen, good morning. Good morning, Karen. What up? What up? Nalia Stormy says I don't do friends or associates. Good morning. Good morning, Nalesia. I was trying to say it right. And Texas allows for people to collect via trust, so your identity won't be revealed. Get your money. Get your money. Get your money. 749 million is life. Risa, are you kidding me? Oh baby, I'm getting me one. I'm playing like crazy. I tickets in 6 different states when I went Saturday. I got you a field million. Oh shit. Okay. Joe, play. Ain't no state income tax here as well. They get one payment. You see what I'm saying? Y'all in Texas, y'all play it too much. Y'all better go and get y'all money, get y'all coin. Ain't nobody claimed that $1 million prizes either. You got to be shitting me. I be all out there like it ain't nothing. So I wanted to bring that up. I ain't know if y'all played or not. Good luck. You said it perfect. Now the odds are crazy. The odds I wrote is they're 1 out of 292.2 million. That's the odds of winning this $1.5 billion. But hey, shit, the last time somebody won it was back in August 20th, and they won, I think it was about a billion. That was the last record setting one. So shit, do it. And that was a Latino woman, I believe. So get on that shit. If I hit, I'm paying my sons way out the Navy. We done. Done enough. Good luck to everyone. You just never know. You really don't. You really don't. All right, y'all. So I wanted to share that with you all because I saw that this morning and I said, damn, can you imagine if you hit that shit? All right, so now I kicked off before September. I was talking about all these talk shows. Jay Hudson, we had Sherry, we had the Karamo show. I really didn't talk about it, but Karamo is another player. We had Drew Barrymore. So I talked about all these shows, and they all sort of debuted during the same week. Well, we didn't really get a huge ratings report, and you really can't do day to day or week to week. You really need a 30-day window of ratings to compare another set. So those 30-day ratings have came out, and needless to say, the number one, of course, is Live with Kelly and Ryan. Number two is Dr. Phil. Number three is Kelly Clarkson. Number four is Drew Barrymore. Number five, Tamron Hall. I said, go on, Tamara. Tamara's up there with him. Wendy Williams, has she been here still? She would be up there too because she's a 0.8 on the scale. Then we have all the newcomers. Sherry Shepherd has a 0.7. Now she's been rated a 0.7, and it's okay. It's good. It's her first month. It's okay. It's good. I have nothing negative to say. I want to see Sherry win. In fact, I had won tickets to Sherry, not one, but you know, you can go and sign up on the website. I got tickets to go see Sherry October 22nd, which was a Thursday of my birthday week, but I was leaving town, so I negated to do that. And I hit Rico up like, yo, let's go see Sherry, see what this shit is about. And I then said, asked him if I can get another date. And so they sent me another date. And so hopefully we get to go see Sherry live and see what she's talking about. But Sherry's at a number 7. Now guess who's below Sherry? Jay Hudson. She came in at a point 0.6. Now Jay Hudson was supposed to be, I didn't know this. This is stuff I didn't know. But Jay Hudson was supposed to be the replacement for Nick Cannon. His time slot, his staffing, all of that stuff was switched over to her in terms of the talk show. Nick Cannon's show was averaging a point 0.4. Jay Hudson is now averaging a point 0.6. You tell me how they think about Jay Hud. They like Jay Hud. Now Karamo, he's new, he's fresh, he's getting a point 0.3 on the scale, so he's the lowest man on the totem pole right now. But they like him. They like him. You know, a lot of people, I've been reading a lot of different articles, they really, really do like Karamo. I think it's that whole male talk show host. You know, we don't really have a lot of black male talk show hosts. And so he's a contender. You know, maybe he needs to be groomed a couple more years. But Sherry. You know, we all put a lot of weight on Sherry. You know, I don't even think we did. She sort of did in the rollout of all of this, talking about Oprah and all of this shit. And now we're getting ready to do ratings for the next month, for these next 30-day window from Nielsen. And it's already talked that Sherry is slumping in the ratings. Specifically, she has, I guess it's because of her ability to be inconsistent with her people that come on her show. And I get it. She's trying to be more of a culture lifestyle. She want to cover a wide variety of topics. And I think building a new audience is sort of hard for her. So we got Sherry Shepherd's claim she didn't want to take over Wendy Williams' show amid poor ratings. Now, she's now been on a new promo tour. I think today or tomorrow she's going to be in Atlanta at their radio, at their news station affiliate to talk about her show. And Friday she was on The View to talk about her show, and she was on there telling them, you know, I really didn't want to take over Wendy. The pressure is just me to be me. I'm not being anyone else. And what it sounds like is she's basically saying, like, look, this is going to be what it is. I can't. And to me, it feels like she's not only talking to us, she's talking to Debmar Mercury, because the numbers really affect them, not so much her. So as we go on, I was reading some of this. Jennifer Hudson, she's at a 0.6, of course. And she took over what I was telling you all, Nick Cannon's time slot, who was at a 0.4 last year. So, of course, she's up. We also have Sherry. She was able to. Now, here's where we're starting to get into her next set of ratings. So, this is what they're saying. She has been having these dips in her shows because of, I guess they're calling the host, the I don't know. It's weird how an audience will tune into one show and then the next day they won't tune into another show. She's been having that a lot. Like like how we do on YouTube. We go live one day, got a lot of viewers. The next day, it ain't a lot. Well, she's been, for a syndicated show, I don't know. That's not looking good. And so what they're saying is that she was able to break out of this week's ratings average, a low rated, because she had one of her lowest rated episodes on October 11th. Now, I went to go see what show that was, y'all. And do y'all know it was the show she had with Lonnie Love? Lonnie Love is looking good. Now, I don't know if this is the show that was uploaded to YouTube on October 11th. So I don't know if it's the exact show on the 11th, but whatever show she had on October 11th was one of her worst shows. It got her like a 0.2 or 0.3 on the scale. And so she's been facing these things. And so people are, you know, there's rumblings like, she's okay. She's not. She's okay. She's okay to me. She's not Wendy Williams at all. You know, I'm like any other person. I like a dose of positive stuff every now and again, but I also like to hear real life, what's going on, you know. And I guess we got to get used to her not delivering it in that fancy. Also, Jennifer Hudson, you know, she's okay, but she fell out of markets. So people have been pulling back on her show. So she fell out of 6 of the top 9 markets. and she's being preempted on October 13th, meaning they're packing her show around so much other stuff that people aren't really tuning in. So she's starting to see some of the weight of that as well, and I don't know if that's intentional or not. So I wanted to kind of give walk you all through like what's been going on with these talk shows. Um, Live with Kelly and Ryan, they even are facing a little talk show slump. And so a lot of this is they're saying is that the heavy coverage of the Queen's passing had a lot to do with the ratings that we saw earlier, where Sherry came in at a point 0.7. They were estimating her coming at a point 0.8 or a point 0.9 on the scale out of 0 to 2.0. She fell at a point 0.7. So give her time. I do think she has the spirit for it. I think she's hungry for it. I think she wants it. I think she wants it over an addiction. Like I don't see her going out drinking and doing all of that kind of stuff. Speaking of, and I really don't want to jump into Wendy Williams' business, but Wendy Williams showed up at a party a couple of weeks ago, uninvited, ready to party. It was with a bunch of white guys, by the way. She texted him and said, "Hey, want to come over?" And she went over there dressed like she was ready to party. And they were like, "Girl, we over here having girls' night." Okay, they weren't ready to go out. So she looked around and left. And people are saying that she's still sort of in that limelight. So I don't know. I'm tuning in for her. Um, but this is where we are with the talk show. I want to see everybody win. It's shocking to know that they're really, really hyping Karamo up despite his very, very low numbers. And Jay Hudson seems like they want to keep her around, especially if she's supposed to be Nick Cannon's replacement. But like they did with Drew Barrymore's show, they had to reformat her show. And after they reformatted her show, she's now at a point 0.8. And when they reformat, basically they take you from appealing to one demographic to adding another demographic, meaning you're going to shift topics. You're going to start talking about different things. Your format's going to change. And I think they're going to do that with some of these folks. They're going to sort of reformat their show. So I'll stay tuned. I'll keep y'all updated on what's going on in these shows. When another report come out, I'll definitely let you know where Sherry's standing. I'm trying to get to the show, y'all. I'm trying. Cash apps and bullshit. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. When I went to sleep last night, I had quit my job in my head at work now, right? How many times you quit your job? I quit my job 2,000 times a day in my mind. I don't watch them. Well, I'm working anyways when they come on. I used to DVR one day. I don't, baby, I couldn't tell you either. I don't watch it. I tried to, but it's just there. It's too happy for me. It's too. I can't do that. The only episode I watched of Jay Hudson that I can remember was the one where she brought on the California the dancerettes, the majorettes, and that turned into a big thing. Then I just don't. Sherry just I don't know. I haven't found that one moment where I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's not like I must see TV for me right now. I just like looking at Karamo. mm, I'm quitting mine right now. Don't say that. I want Sherry to win, but I'm not going to lie. She's annoying. Sherry reminds me of a Boston Terrier. I told y'all ain't no good will come to Sherry. Yeah. Also, Naries, she really hyped her show up, but she hyped it up to Wendy's audience, the Wendy's old audience. It's like they should have been trying to appeal across the board to the View. They should have been trying to appeal to the View's audience, instead of more because we ain't with that shit. Half of us don't watch the View. I watch the View, but half people don't watch the View. So she should have been trying to figure out what that demographic was. And I don't know what the mechanics was, but it's still time to see. Maybe she might have something up her sleeve. I never saw her as a lead. She fit well with an ensemble cast, but she may shock the folks in the long run. And she's been settling on this Oprah thing for so long. Like, girl, how many times you gonna tell us Oprah gave you advice? I get it. She told girl, I don't want to hear it no more. I know Oprah's probably like, listen, because on the View, she's like, yeah, Oprah texts me every once and again to tell me how great I am and just to check in with me. I'm like, all right, don't go so hard on yourself like that. Because when you do bad, the people who you associate with, people are gonna be looking at them. People are gonna be looking at Oprah like, so did you tell her that? What happened to her? And it's gonna make them want to distance themselves. So chill out on a association. I'm over all these talk shows. Most have no substance. Now Tamara Hall is different. Tamara Hall is up there. She's at a point 0.8. She's at a point eight. Good morning, Charles Dodson. Good morning. I appreciate your news coverage on the talk shows. I really enjoy Sherry and Jennifer, so I want to see them get another season. I definitely know Jay Hudson gonna get another season. And Debmar, because of their angst with Wendy, I know that she'll probably get another season just to prove herself. But I do think that they're not afraid to can her, Sherry, if they need to. Because they're competing up against a lot of other folks like Drew Barrymore and Kelly Clarkson, Dr. Phil, all of those shows in this talk show arena is giving something that they're just not giving. Even Tamron Hall is up there. Um, I do see Jay Hudson becoming a better, what should I say? A bad, because it seems like she's scripted. Like, yeah, yeah, and I do see her falling into herself more, becoming more comfortable with it. So I agree. I do. I hope they do get another season. Even Karamo. Talk shows have a hard time keeping attention. They have to ensure the format is on point to capture multiple demographics. You demographics. You're right. Which is why you'll notice that if you go to Sherry's page right now, you can tell her shift is gearing up so that she can start sharing and talking about products on her channel for the holiday season. Something Wendy used to do, something all of these shows do. Drew Barrymore, all of them do that because one, it's endorsements, and two, during that time in the day, people like to look at items and shop and reference you. You also get a kickback. So she's doing now one with Amazon Prime. She had a whole show for Amazon Prime. I'm like, okay, all right, Oprah slash Wendy. I see you mixing the shit in. Um, I wanted to do her makeup. She don't do it for me. Hold up. So if y'all go look at Wendy's Instagram, the Wendy Experience Instagram page, she has uploaded a video. I want you to look at that video. And on the caption, I think she said something like, "No one can dress like me." I said, "Oh girl, that's shade. That's shade to Sherry. It may not be direct, but you because then I went to go look at Sherry. Girl, what are you wearing?" She's giving me suburban mom. Like all of this shit hanging from her arms when she put her arms out. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like what are you doing? This she I don't know. It's not doing it for me. Sherry keep dropping Oprah name, trying to get Oprah's old view. And it's not gonna work. You're not Oprah. You're not Oprah. You don't even look like Oprah. You don't even sound like Oprah. Are you kidding me? Mm-mm. Folks love Kelly Clarkson's show. She gets a variety of celebs on there, and clips I've seen are good. Yes, she does. She has a powerhouse behind her. She's being funded to be pushed up there. Absolutely. And that's why I said Jay Hudson, she's the same way too. She's being funded and pushed. They're not from Debmar Mercury, if I have to say it. They're from a whole nother. I think they're both Fox. And so Fox is gonna cough up the coin for the black market because they want our attention. They do it with Fox. So and they've been offering other shows. They want our attention. They see that it's a viable business and it's a viable, opportunity. We're a great consumer demographic. Um, Overall, Sherry still has the best ratings for a new show. Correct. Yes. Sherry beats all the girls out. All the new girls, by the way. Sherry beats out J Hud, Karamo, anybody else that fall beneath her. She's right underneath Drew Barrymore and right underneath Tamron Hall. But that goes up and down. So it sways. They both shaped like a capital P. So she can dress like Wendy. A capital P though? You shady. You shady. So shout out to Karamo. Shout out to J Hud. And Sherry, just do your thing. Just leave if you can, if you don't mind. Just leave Oprah out of it. Now, I don't know if y'all saw her recent show, but she had invited a guest on who fat shamed her. And so all of Sherry's staffers allegedly are protective of her behind the scenes. They're so protective of Sherry to the point that Norman and Suzanne have been forced out. Now, they're not going to tell us this, but what they're doing is they're putting them through loyalty tests behind the scenes. Any of Wendy Williams' old employees, and you can go Google this, because I had to research it this morning. I'm looking like, damn, they doing that, bitch. I'd have just left on my own merit. They're putting them through loyalty tests behind the scenes because they want to see if you're still loyal to us or to Wendy. And what that has done is dwindle the staffers out, old Wendy staffers out, find reassignments somewhere else, which is, I mean, for the most part, okay. But Norman and Suzanne is a little bit different. You have to play it a little bit different. And They're not on the show. You won't see them on the show at all. Sherry made it clear that she didn't want that likeness there at all. So now you can see they're very protective of her. So she had this host on this old friend, Marlo, what's her name? Marlo Thomas on her show. Don't even know. Again, she has these guests that aren't relevant to the culture. I'll say it like that. Whatever your culture is, my culture, it ain't relevant to the culture. And she had her on her show, and check this out. She, she fat shamed her. And so her staffers behind the scene were so pissed with this lady. They wanted to get her off the show. What? Why am I freezing? All right, I'm over here tripping. Like, why am I freezing? Damn. All right, look at this clip, y'all. Of course, it's gonna be an ad. Ads are the bane of my existence. I hate ads on everything. I pay to be premium on everything. Hulu, YouTube, whatever. I fucking hate ads. I do so much. I pay for them. Anyways, while that's loading, can't believe it's taking me this long, y'all. I ain't know it was gonna be. I had everything ripped and ready to go. I hope y'all having a good morning. Please hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button as this video queues up and plays for us. Um, oh, it's ready. She's a ready. I apologize, y'all. It ain't that serious. In a minute, I'm finna just skip over it because it's just not that serious at all. The hell is going on? What's going on here? All right, well, I'll share the clip on my community wall because this is crazy.
Look how beautiful you are. You lost a lot of weight.
I did.
Look how beautiful you are. You lost a lot of weight.
I did.
Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful you are. You lost a lot of weight.
I did. Like 35 pounds.
Wow.
35 pounds. I'm trying
Oh,
so hard.
I interviewed you for my AOL
I came to your
show.
apartment.
Yeah,
You remember?
Yeah, and you were a big woman.
Over that clip, that pissed me off. Oh, basically, the woman was talking about how Sherry has lost so much weight. When she saw her before, she was big and fat, and she, put out all these signs and stuff. And so her staffers backstage didn't like that, and they sounded the alarms on that. Don't make Sherry become fragile. Like, she should be able to take all of that. She's a talk show host. Get out of here. All right, let's move along. So Nia Long. So Ime is now, he is officially looking at another job. Brooklyn Nets is set to hire him amidst, his suspension from the Celtics for his, I guess, we say infidelity, but allegedly it was his crude language towards the girl at his job. And so what they're saying is that he is all set. They're all set for him to move on to his new gig. The one thing is that they need to finish up shoring up that contract. A formal agreement is expected to be reached as soon as Wednesday. Boston reportedly isn't interfering with Brooklyn's decision to hire Udoka, but there are discussions that are taking place before a deal can be finalized. And so I started to wonder, like, what could those discussions be? Well, we know a number of those discussions have to deal with competition, him going to another team, leaving under the auspices that he got fired from another one. Another one has to be if they play games together, sort of the proximity. And then the last has to be financial contractual obligations. How much they're going to pay him, how much he's getting paid out. It's a lot of different loose ends that they have to tie out because I think a part of that deal was he wouldn't be paid or he would be paid if he didn't go to another team or after the suspension. So it all has to go on. Does he get paid during the suspension? And does that mean he can't play anywhere else? Or does it mean he's free to go around to other teams? Now, the suspension didn't come from the NBA league, so he has the right to go to other teams, but we don't know what is in their contract that might prevent him from moving forward. So they're still up in the air working on this one. I just wanted to mention, did y'all notice that everyone has come out talking about Kathleen Nemo Lynch is the alleged mistress? Now, we've been talked about it. We've been knew that. But it's just so interesting that now that it's out there, more information came out about her. Like, she's a Mormon wife. I didn't know she was a Mormon of Mormon faith. I'm like, damn, okay, wow. Now it makes sense why she was so protected, because I felt like she was absolutely protected in this instance. So shout out to Nia Long. Now, Nia Long hasn't really, said much about this, nor has he came out and said much about it. But I do think that this will be it for them. I absolutely do. If he's preparing to move already to Brooklyn, I don't see no resolution here unless I'm not seeing something that you all see. But I don't see no resolution in that situation. To applause, yes, I saw that. It was Marlo Thomas who shamed her, and she tried to pass it off as a joke. If Sherry would have face shamed Marlo for having all that bad plastic surgery, especially her nose, then it wouldn't have been so funny. And that's what I'm saying. That would have been the funny part. What you think Wendy would have did? I know you ain't talking. You remember her Amoroso? She was like, and then they went back and forth at each other. I know I would have got a little dig in, just a little one. Same. I messed around, forgot to update my new debit card for YouTube one time. Maybe I heard an ad and was like, "Oh, Teresa." That happened to me too. The other day, I'm sitting here and the ad pop up, and I'm trying to move it. I said, "Oh no, we ain't doing that." Good morning, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here, Tatiana. Bust it down. Good morning, boo. Thank you for coming through. Hey, Lisa. Welcome back. Welcome back, boo. Thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all for coming back. Oh my God, how freaking embarrassing. Baby, she was mad. Not fragile. Listen, they already said, who else did they say is fragile in the industry? They got a couple people deemed fragile in the industry. Y'all got to understand, if you get deemed fragile in the industry, no one wants to interview you. No one wants to talk to you because everything could hurt your feelings and you could cry. So they'll go back like, I was just so emotionally distraught by that conversation interview we had. And so every time you go somewhere, they're going to be like, was that okay? Did I say it too wrong? Is this okay? Can I ask this question? You'll notice sometimes hosts will do that because they know that you're a fragile individual. And I'm like, don't make Sherry fragile. Bitch, if she was big then and she's skinnier now, say that shit. But Sherry, make sure that hoe know. And your face was different. You know, I barely recognized you when you walked up here. Girl, I said, this is you? You could have went in just a little bit, you know, but she's trying to maintain that non-Wendy image, which is poise and grace. I think in her mind, she's like, Michelle Obama's watching me. Oprah's watching me. I need to be on point. And when you do that, that's dangerous because you never be yourself when you be like, okay, this person's watching. I used to do that on my YouTube channel. I used to be like, okay, I know X, Y, and Z watching. Fuck that. I figured the Nets would go and get him. He has a relationship with key players there, and Boston would want him gone. They want him gone. A morality clause as well. Yes, I was trying to get something to the lingo. You get it. Yes, yes. They definitely want something in this deal, and also the Nets to protect themselves. And remember, I told you before that it's going to be really interesting to see how he is around women. You know, some of the women staff on the new team. You know, because I'm sure people gonna want to interview them and ask them, you know, sort of. But if he's smart, he'll get a non-disclosure agreement. I'll wrap everybody up in NDAs. Don't bring your ass in here unless you sign that paper and hang it on the door. Put it in the white mailbox over there. That would be something quick. When it came to Wendy, everybody was fragile. People were saying that Wendy interview. Then that's the thing, right? I can see them leaving Wendy's show like, are you okay? Are you fine? You want to go eat? Are you okay? Well, if she was thinking of those queens from the Shy, she would know that they would have shaded her back. Oh, you're right. You're right. But she didn't. She didn't. She literally is really trying to fit this whole inspirational well-being. Sure, we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell, girl. Only time will tell. Now we're gonna move into this. I just want y'all to hear this audio of this girl. So I know a lot of the members of the crew. I know this for a fact that we don't even give a F about this girl. Y'all don't care about the case, and y'all don't even care about him. But I just want y'all to. I just want to keep it at the forefront of our brain. So OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny calls boyfriend Christian Amboselli the N-word multiple times and leaked audio before stabbing him to death. This is before stabbing him to death in this leaked audio. Now, I don't think this is the actual incident, but I want you to hear the shit. This girl sounded crazy. I'm sitting here thinking like, are you nuts? Are you crazy? But it also goes to show that I never saw this in a straight relationship. You know, I never saw a woman be this crazy that she was yelling and screaming for no really fucking go get my phone. Who the fuck you talking to? But see, I had to say to myself like, Roman, now I can sort of get why there's some of these arguments, because sometimes it is both faults, but when you start escalating that voice, that fault gets to shifting. Who the fuck are you talking to? You can tell me to get your phone with a calm voice. So y'all check this one out. Now I have no sides in the game. I don't really, care or not, but this audio that, is now just came out is definitely damning. Now we're going to have another situation. Oh, okay. What's going on today? I ain't never experienced any of these issues before, y'all. But we here. Shout out to the chat. Hope y'all hit the like button on your way in.
Don't touch me! What is going on? Like, are you gonna get this mad at me when I'm apologizing to you?
No, Christian.
Like, you're thinking I'm doing it on...
Drop your
Drop your high pitch.
Okay, I'm not doing it on purpose.
You touched Aura. You know damn well the right thing to do is to tell me.
Yes, and I am so sorry.
So shut up and let me f***ing slap you, you dumbass.
No, you're not gonna slap me.
Give me my phone.
You have your phone.
I don't have it anymore.
What
Find it and f***ing charge it.
What?
Find it and charge it.
I'm sorry, Courtney.
I don't care. Find it and charge it.
Okay, just stop.
Don't talk to me.
Man.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Because I'm telling you, I'm sorry.
And then he's like, all right. Find my f***ing phone and charge it.
I don't know where your phone is.
Find it.
Can you help me find it?
I want.
So what?
Find it.
Why are you screaming, man? Not man, but why?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What? Like,
Yeah, some old man, huh? Shut the f*** up. I need to find it because I have to go meet Aura again.
to go out?
No.
You said she invited you
Christian,
out.
just find my goddamn phone.
Yo, I had to stop that real quick. So, just so you understand, right? The girl couldn't find her phone. She was asking him to help her find her phone. I don't know who was recording. I don't know how this audio came about like this. But she started going off and going crazy. And out of just saying, yo, man, why you yelling? And he stopped and said, I didn't mean man. Now, for me, somebody who pays attention to every fucking thing, that to me is a sign of you've been down this path of calling her an incorrect name accidentally, like man, like boy, like dude, like we do that. Like y'all, like guys, like sometimes I can be at work and I'll be like, you guys want to go? But he corrected that shit so quick. Like, I mean, I didn't mean man. Like, she really do be beating on him. Like, she really be airing his ass out. To me, when I be looking for signs of, okay, something ain't right, I would see that on the reverse. Now, if you saw a man and a woman woman did that, was like, I don't want to go over there. Or, what would a woman call a man? That would be little boy. I ain't doing that, little boy. I meant man. I'm sorry, man. What would you think? You would also think like, damn, girl. So I'm listening for signs of he's been dealing with this shit. Like, it sounds like she been getting in that ass. Like, she been airing him out. The bitch sounds crazy as hell to me. So she's screaming and all this shit. And I'm like, and so then he says, man. Then she's like, oh, you gonna call me a man? You gonna call me a man? You're a nigga. You're a nigga. She starts saying it. And it's, girl, that's why it's always good to have a sister. I don't care if she your sister, but to have a sister on your team. Because sometimes you can't do the job, but you got people who can. Thank God.
I don't have your phone. Can you just Sissy, can you just please
Shut up!
Please.
Shut up! You went to go f***ing talk to her without talking.
I didn't go to go.
Yes, you did. You always have your f***ing asshole.
Courtney, I was
He
on.
literally told me about it, and I was like, damn.
What are you
You
talking?
are such.
I didn't go to talk to
You are
Aura.
not gonna-
I was going on a bike ride. Like, what the
Get off of me!
He's going to talk to Aura? Is this going to make you act like this?
You literally talked to her without telling me.
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a.
You're.
Yes, thank you. Coming from Courtney, thank you.
I want you to get away from me. Get away from me.
Risa, absolutely. I absolutely agree. This situation proves that Black women are always the driving force behind movements. We didn't move, and his situation isn't in the forefront. No, nothing. And I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree. You don't hear a large alarming sound going off right now about this. That's why I was like, I entered into the story like, I know y'all want to hear about it, but I'm going to talk about it. But you're right. But I do hope he gets justice though, because after you start seeing the behind the scenes and stuff, if this was a Black woman, I don't care if it was a white man, I say the same thing. Like, oh my God, she definitely was in a relationship where she was being abused, and I see it here, and it sucks, and it's clear as day. Now that we start hearing these audio recordings, it's crazy. I don't feel sorry for him. That's not her first time talking to him crazy. Absolutely not. I could tell by his responses to her. He was being very much so careful. Like, okay, I'm gonna help you find your phone. You help me too. It made me feel like I was a fucking bitch. Like, damn, maybe you need to check yourself in your own shit because, damn, what you find your phone? You asking me like that? You'll still have a lost phone. The fuck wrong with you? He had it on his phone. Okay. Oh my gosh, she sounds spoiled, entitled, and abusive. She does sound very abusive. This was accidentally leaked. Her legal team did this. They're going to try and play the insanity defense. I'm not buying it. Me either. Oh, did she kill him recent? He recorded audio and police found it in his phone. I heard more of it and she was upset. He said hi to some girl he knew while on a bike. I was going to take a bike ride, but I will handle her if that was my brother. Yeah, she said the N-word. Crazy as hell. So, in my opinion, she did. Their friends and his family are steadfast in her being the abuser and aggressor towards him. She just pulls the white woman tears card. Absolutely. Oh, hell no. Zach, what up? Morning, Zach. All the signs were there, and he ended up losing his damn life anyway. This was likely their norm and escalated over time. And it's crazy because, of course, we see the first, when this initially happened, we see that video from them on the elevator, where it looks like he's being the abuser, and everyone's pinpointing on that. But when you start putting all this shit together, no, I don't know about all of that. It don't seem like that. Sad he lost his life dealing with that. She stabbed him. And she's like this OnlyFans model, and they don't leaked her sex stuff on Twitter. I was trying to get the news on her. I typed in Twitter if y'all want some more tea on her. OnlyFans model Courtney Clemens, and everything popped up. Her OnlyFans shit, all of that shit popped up. So yeah, that woke me up. It's screaming for no reason, being irate. I believe she stabbed him to death during the argument. She claimed he attacked her and it was self-defense. Right. My God, it's a crime of passion. Good morning, Red Wing Taki. Good morning. A little. And then after the incident, took her ass to OnlyFans to go stream. Like, are you slow? Just nutty. I believe she is high OnlyFans. Yeah. Good morning, Britt. Girl. Thank you for coming back through. I'm rocking out listening to Holy Driver by Dio rock music. Okay. So hopefully this is more evidence against her and not in support of her, but we'll see. Now, this next story I want to get into is, I don't know if y'all heard about this whole blackface thing that's been going on, but there's these teens in Utah. They went to a Walmart, y'all. And before I break down this story, can y'all please hit that like button? How many can we get a little like check in here? How many likes we got? In the building? Let me see how many likes we got. Can you please hit the like button for me, y'all? Okay, we got 25 likes. Can somebody can you all hit, can we get anybody else? Can you all hit the like some more? Interesting story indeed. Thank you. I'm leaving. Thank you, Sassy. I appreciate you for being here. Have a great Thursday. Please hit that like button. All right. Now, video of Utah teens in blackface goes viral on social media. So this was supposed to be their Halloween costume. And you had a group of kids go into Walmart, and this woman was so appalled that she started filming this shit. And so they went to this Walmart. They had a group of them wearing blackface, dressed as prisoners, and then the other group were in like police uniforms and stuff like that. So the woman, she recorded this and she shared it to her Twitter, and it went viral. And so in the video, she's sitting there telling them that this could be considered a fucking hate crime. And then we'll get into the statement that their police department released, which I think is a piece of bullshit. It's a fucking load of crap. Like, are you kidding me? Out of all of what's going on, the only thing in your press release you want to address is y'all shouldn't be recording minors and putting it on Twitter. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck that. What about what we recorded that got to Twitter, that got your attention, that went viral? It wouldn't have never went viral if the shit that was recorded was never inappropriate. You want to talk about, yeah, fuck out of here. Anyway, so this was those kids. Now, let me play this video for you. Now, again, if you get triggered, I apologize if you're triggered. If you feel like something like this will trigger you, please tune out just for like 5 minutes while I pop this video up and we talk about this subject. I'm not trying to bait anyone. I'm not trying to provoke anyone, but I just want to share this. Like, people think this is okay in 2022. Thank God you wasn't at my Walmart. I don't know what Walmart y'all went to, but y'all were, that was the blessing right there. Definitely would have had a conversation with you all. So how did this come about? The fuck?
I understand that none of you will get it that way. Do you understand that none of you will get it that way? Do you guys understand the consequences of what you've just done? No. You guys are not going to get into a college. You guys are not going to get any scholarships because this is a hate crime.
We all dropped out of high school. It's okay.
If I still don't think it's appropriate for you guys to be doing this, it's really not funny. Do you understand that none of you will get it that way? Do you guys understand the consequences of what you've just done? No. You guys are not going to get into a college. You guys are not going to get any scholarships because this is a hate crime.
We all dropped out of high school. It's okay.
If I still don't think it's appropriate for you guys to be doing this, it's really.
And you know, the whole we dropped out of high school, that's supposed to be shade. You know, we black, we dropped out of high school. You're supposed to be throwing shade. Let me tell y'all, you know, beyond y'all, let me check your parents first. This is why you have the kids you have. I'm not even talking to these children. I'm talking to the moms and dads. Because, see, for me, I don't think racism is a product of you just waking up one day. It's enrooted. It's something that you grow up around. It's either in your environment, your community, but it's there. The fact that you were at whose house, you put this shit on your face and you were able to walk out somebody's door to show up in Walmart. The fact that you got past the first person in Walmart dressed like that, that wasn't a sign. I know if I was sitting up at the front register, like, what the fuck going on over there? What is this? Because if we'd have did the same fucking thing on the flip, it would have been very much so racist, very much so. So for me, it's the parent, it's the fucking moms and dads. There's no way you can hold them accountable or arrest them for anything like this because it wasn't directly related to them. But at the same time, these kids need a fucking lesson, and the only fucking lesson they gonna really get out of this is to go to another state. I say if you really down for this shit and you really want to, like, you know, wear the costumes and really make a movement, why don't you go to Atlanta or the DMV? I have a Walmart near me that I recommend you all go to on Washington Boulevard. Try that shit in Brooklyn. Where else? Go to the South Side. Go to the Walmart on 87th and Cottage Grove. How about that? And then try to pull some shit like that and see what happens. It's not funny. It's not cute. And I knew somebody was gonna pull this shit off, but it's like every year they get younger and younger and younger and younger, and pretty fucking soon we're gonna see somebody's child out here with the orange jumpsuit on and blackface, like. And then they said they were being a black. What was it? We were gonna be black for a day. This was their Halloween costume, was being black for a day. Really, and that's how you see fucking black people for a day. And so, of course, the sad ass motherfucking police department came out here with their press release. And so, yeah, all of that in a nutshell. Now, here's where they got me. They are actively monitoring this on social media, but what they wanted to say was, while topics such as these can cause an emotional reaction, we encourage everyone to be mindful when sharing videos of juveniles on social media, including any cyber or other harassment that can accompany this type of incident. Does that sound like protection? Like, okay, we just want to warn y'all that if there's any cyberbullying or harassment or attacking of these individuals, you need to be mindful of that. I've read it and I was like, oh, okay. So, it's okay for them to go out and sort of provoke and stoke people and divide and be stupid and ignorant. But for somebody to get under a picture like this and really give them how they feel, that's also, neither is right. Both are wrong. But I think one of them incites the other. One behavior causes the other behavior. You don't see people just randomly going up under their pictures regularly, just saying, "You piece of shit, fuck you and your mama, bitch, meet me on the south side." No, it's the provocation of it all. It's this shit right here. Now y'all forever got this. It's gonna forever be out here. Y'all gonna forever be known as the students that did this. And like that woman said, yeah, your graduation is gonna be affected. But unfortunately, y'all live in Utah. Y'all know anything about these Utah? Utah ain't going. Y'all ain't going. It ain't going no step further. Y'all gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Ain't shit gonna happen to them. But I tell you what, yeah, y'all go to the right area. I'm talking about a hole kicked right out their ass. Yo, what the fuck? Get your ass in this house. What y'all doing? Yeah, they need their ass beat for that. Imagine them running into a. I don't. I don't. I don't. Mm-mm. I don't imagine that. Definitely not appropriate nor funny. Wonder who their parents are. Hmm. Chicago. Sounds like white privilege to me. Yep. Sounds like bull to me. I doubt if they're not gonna. It's gonna just go this far. It's not gonna be a hate crime or anything like that. No, it's not. I absolutely. It's Utah. It's Utah. They're not gonna go further than that. All right, now we have left to cover Kanye losing custody of his kids, and I actually got more information on that. It's not actually that he's going to lose custody of his kids. We're going to break that down. We're going to talk about him not being able to sell the T-shirts. We're also going to get into Young Ma being preggo. Okay, y'all see the pictures? 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 We're gonna get into Young Ma being pregnant, allegedly, because we don't know. She hasn't confirmed or denied it. And then we're gonna round it out with our topic about Dwayne Wade and Zaya Wade. Oh, and we're gonna talk about Jay-Z and Bacardi. But I'm gonna take a little break. I need to go run and use the bathroom. This coffee is running right through me, and I'm gonna come right back. Please stay. If you gotta get to work or something, I appreciate it. But I hope y'all stay. I'll be right back. Please, please. I'm over here swerving in my seat like this. Hey, y'all gonna let me go. All right, I'll be right back. Thank y'all for being here still. Yes. No way she pregnant. That was a Halloween costume. I was thinking the same thing too. And she's been playing with this for a while. She says she want to have kids. She's already told us that. And every year there's this whole is young Ma pregnant? Is young Ma? She always comes out and says she's not. And she put those pictures out there, not even under a connotation that she's pregnant or nothing. People took it and ran with it. So, matter of fact, let's just get into that topic right now. So, Young Ma put these pictures out. I, just like you all, assume. That's why I was like, pregnant? I don't think so. But put these pictures out, and people automatically assume she was pregnant. And the backlash came. I mean, people went in on her. I got a couple of the tweets. She got some support, but I got a couple of the backlash tweets. And that's my whole thing about this whole thing is that I'm so confused by it. You know, what is the problem with her if she does, when she does get pregnant? What's the problem? Is it because she's first of all, she's a lesbian woman and she identifies as a more masculine counterpart in her relationship? And because of that, the imagery of her being pregnant is a problem. Are we that mentally into our own fucking theories that that's a problem? She's a woman. She can't bust a nut out of, she can't give sperm. She has an egg. So what else is supposed to happen? Or is it the idea a man is fucking her? Or we don't know how it could have came about. But what's wrong with that? So, I saw this. This was someone coming to her defense. Even if Young Ma is pregnant, she is still a woman with woman functions and parts. If she wants to have a baby, she can have one, period. And, something that y'all may not know about in the gay community, a lot of times there are gay men who have babies with gay women with the understanding that we both have our gay relationships. And that works sometimes. And so it's just like, okay, is she not, what's she supposed to do? Have somebody else, like, that's only thing she can do. Then I saw this: whoever got Young Mom pregnant got to be crazy. Why do they got to be crazy? Because it just makes me think, like, if a woman got pregnant by a more effeminate male, she got to be crazy. Like, what's wrong with that? Because I'm trying to say, on the flip, does it say the same thing? Is it nasty the same way? If there's a couple, and a gay male couple, and the more feminine gay male got a woman pregnant, does that look nasty, or how does that doesn't give me? I'm like, okay, he has a dick and sperm still, no matter what. He still has that, and she still has that. It's still gonna occur. Some of these silos got to be broken. Like, I understand, the normative culture and all that good stuff, but you got to, at the end of the day, these people are, individual people who, of their own sound mind, can make these right decisions. We'll get into Zaya way later, but in this aspect, if she want to have a baby, so what? Then I saw this. Congrats, little bro. I mean, little sis. Fuck it, little Brister. I'm like, and this, somebody posted this just being funny, but I'm like, wow. So, little Brister, wow, okay. Just the ignorance of it all. And the reason I'm calling this out is because a lot of times we call out the shit when they coming at us gay men, black gay men in the community. When Saucy Santana gets called out, or we always talk about it. But when I see stuff like this, and it's in my community, the LGBTQIA plus a whole bunch of other letters, I always want to call it out. Like, this is a little interesting to me. Women can go have a lot of sex with all these other women. They can dibble and dabble. But the only way you can do that is if you're female, feminine. If you are masculine, a masculine woman, it's like, what? Wow. Then what that mean? The man has to be gay to be attracted to or want to have sex with a masculine woman? Is that what it is? Because you know how many masculine women are married to men? I mean, got a lot of testosterone in them. I ain't trying to say my TT had a lot, so she's a woman all day, but I mean, my auntie would get her ass out there and cut the grass and do a lot of shit because she just wanted to. I'm like, what you doing that? She be out there cutting it. So it's just like, when we start thinking about it and peeling back the layers, it's like, it don't make sense on either flip, gay male or gay female. And I thought this was funny. Then I saw this. They killed Takeoff and got Young Ma pregnant in the same week. Nah, fuck. USA is wild as fuck. And it's just so funny to me how her being pregnant can be so out of this world, out of it, so unnatural. What's gonna happen when this woman is really pregnant and she really has a baby on the way? Is it? We almost need that for the culture so people can get over this shit. Because black gay men been pushing shit and transsexuals and lesbian, been pushing shit. We probably need a black gay female to get out here and show that, yeah, we do this too. We make babies too. We we procreate too. And that's what I was trying to get at. That is it. The fact that people don't think gay people in general can't procreate, because that's a whole fucking myth in itself. Yeah, we procreate. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of gay men out here with kids. It's a lot of gay women out here with kids. This is not unusual to me, but you got a lot of jerks out here in the world. And then this was a nice comment I saw. People's fascination with Young Ma being pregnant and impregnating a masculine presenting woman is odd, to say the least. It's also extremely heteronormative because she is still very much a woman, very much queer, and is allowed to get pregnant without the desire to be with a man. And I thought this was a great comment because she's absolutely has the desire to get pregnant without having a man. Women do it all the time. So what do we call single women with kids around here? And they have to play the role of the dad. Is that nasty too? Like it baffled my mind to me. I was thinking the same backlash because she's with child. Some of these folks are stupid as hell. That's a boy. Stop. Why can't she have a baby? She can provide, so why not? Lesbian or not, she bleed every 28 days. She be at the CVS just like me. Fuck, stop. Okay, exactly. Yes, I just remember the video when the guy cracked on Young Ma and she was like, bro, I'm not with that gay shit. I mean, I'd probably say the same thing. On some real shit, I probably would say the same thing. I ain't with all that gay shit. I probably would say the same thing. Knowing I'm gay, but I know what that means, I ain't with all of that gay shit. I always say that I'm gay, but I ain't gay, Well, Young Ma's my guilty pleasure. She is a woman with that ninja swag. Yeah, she definitely could finesse. If the voice was a little bit deeper, she definitely could finesse. Like, what you talking about? Stop playing. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't fit her image the way she comes off. She might want kids, but I don't see her carrying them. And that's the thing. Joe, you don't see her as a woman carrying a child because she acts masculine. You don't think she'd be able to carry a baby? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. But I absolutely don't think she's pregnant. But we'll see. Now let's get into Kanye. Kanye's just been having a horrible week, month, year. And I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the backlash that he's received, I ain't with all of it. I'm just not with all of it. I'm not with all of it. And this all stems from him saying the anti-Semitic remarks of going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And I'm gonna put that comment to the side, and I'm gonna say, like I've been telling everybody, even in my real life, there has been so many other comments to me that have been far more hurtful, far more demeaning, far more damaging than this. And so he didn't even say it right. First of all, it's not Death Con. Ain't nothing con. It's comma. So he didn't even say it right, which he even told he didn't say it right, which alludes to his lack of, awareness. So to see all this backlash, I just feel like it's layered, it's heavy, it's very much so political. And I think that as we're watching all of these things being pulled away from him, it also on the other side is raising a lot of people's eyes into, okay, so all of these things are fucking connected. Even iTunes has pulled his essential music playlist, and they've left up R. Kelly's essential music playlist. Now, after I found that out yesterday, I went back to go see and look. I didn't see the essential playlist under him, but you can search essential playlist by Kanye in your iTunes search bar, and it'll show up. So even little things like delisting him on playlist and Spotify, his music and stuff like that, even though that was from a period where we didn't even know any of this was going on, it's just like eye opening to me. So now we're here with the Kanye and the t-shirts. So Kanye's not able to sell White Lives Matter shirts because someone else owns the trademark. Well, unfortunately, someone, took a very good idea to go and purchase that trademark back in October. Now it was some anonymous rich person bought the trademark on October 3rd. And the trademark covers everything from clothes, shirts, ski masks, pants, shirt, trousers, boxers, sweat socks, anything, hats, masks, leggings, panties, overcoats, sweatpants, everything, skirts, everything. And so the guy who bought the ownership, he gifted it to these two guys called Ramsey Jai and Quentin Ward, who calls the show on YouTube called Civic Cipher. And did I have a picture of the guys? Oh yeah, these are the guys. So these are the two guys who now own the trademark White Lives Matter. And so I thought that was a beautiful thing. I thought that was a beautiful thing. That's what a lot of rich people do. That's what white people do all the time. Shit, they go buying shit up before you can use it. Trump bought up every fucking slogan related to his campaign, the domain name, and everything before anyone could do it because he realizes that's a moneymaker. And so this was a very good idea. I'd be interested to know if the person who did it, if they're white or black. Not that it means anything, but it would go a long way to America to show that even some of the divided folks are together. So it was an actually gifted from an anonymous listener who trademarked the phrase to make sure it wasn't used for anti-black propaganda. He offered the trademark to them, and it was officially turned over on October 28th. Now they say that his purpose was to make sure that other people didn't get rich off of that pain, because of what Kanye did and what the things that he says. And so they're saying that they love owning it. They didn't really love owning it at first, but because the purpose was not necessarily to get rich off of it, the purpose was to make sure that other people didn't get rich. They don't mind being the owners of that title. So we won't be seeing no White Lives Matter t-shirts anytime soon. Now I wonder what this does for Kanye West in terms of him trying to sell these shirts. I know this is going to be a legal battle for him. He has shirts listed on his website. I think they were like $50 a pop. And I say he really does have these shirts for sale. So that'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But good job. Shout out to that anonymous listener. You never know who's fucking listening to you that, got your back and got the people's back. So shout out. And I hope they do the right thing with this logo. It's not that she can't. It just don't look right. I know she can carry the baby, but I don't think she would want to. That's because the Jewish community is in position and power to bring consequences for those who Risa speaking this morning, we can do the same, but there will be those who will stand by him even when wrong. Yep. One of the DJs in my city said he will not be playing any of Kanye's music while he is on the air. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like Kanye financially and economically is having a bigger burden than R. Kelly, than a lot of other people who have been in the media and done some damaging things. I feel like, damn, they're doing a lot to this man. And, to some people, the words hurt. I know that we had a celebrity crying. She was like, he's going to go DEFCON 3. Oh my God. She was crying. And, I felt her pain. I was like, oh my God, wow. Some people really do feel hurt by his words. So I can never take that away from people. I still don't get what's his agenda behind the White Lives Matter. I don't even want to put a theory around it because it just doesn't make sense at all to me. Like, it makes no sense at all to me. So then we move into this. Kanye West's lawyer warns that his anti-Semitic remarks could cost him his custody of his children. Now, if you don't know, recently he's been cut off of Twitter and Instagram again. So he bought Parler. Now he's on Parler over there talking his shit. Well, I'm not going on Parler, but I will take the clips from Twitter. Shout out to Twitter. So he's over there. Do I have it? Do I have it? He's over on Parlor. Yeah, I got it. He's over on Parlor running his mouth. Now, if you would be smart, you shut the fuck up. So he's over there and he drops this message. Look how Parlor looks so much like Twitter. So he says, on my last and final meeting with Bob Cohen. By the way, Bob Cohen is his Jewish attorney. And his Bob Cohen finally cut ties with him back in September when all of this shit unraveled. Cut ties from him. So it left him with his last and final attorney. Now, these attorneys were the ones who represented Bill and Melinda Gates during their divorce. So he got some high powered folks. So the Bob, he's saying his last final conversation. So his last final conversation with Bob Cohen, he told me, if I keep up anti-Semitic rhetoric, you'll lose custody of your children. So then now his attorney tells him that. And it's like, okay, cool. Every attorney will tell you that. Dog, if you keep this shit up, it's not going to look right in your favor in the court of law. I don't think that was a wrong thing to say at all. I don't think that was out of line. I think it was right up his alley as an attorney to advise your client as I'm leaving and exiting you that if you continue talking this shit, bro, you're going to get fucked up. You're going down the leg, going to get you. Well, Kanye didn't think that. So he goes on to say, so let me get this straight. If I complain about Jewish business practices, it's considered anti-Semitic. So my custody lawyer was basically telling me, if you complain about getting done wrong in business, you will lose custody of your children. And this was the guy on my side. And so he's saying that the way he summed it up was that his lawyer was telling him that if you complain about Jewish business, then you could lose custody of your kids. And that's not quite what he was saying. And see, when I saw this, I was like, wow, I'm still equating it to the anti-Semitic remarks directly being the cause. And it's not necessarily that. It's the fact that if you keep doing this, saying that all of your business deals are wrong, then eventually the judge will look at you and say, do you think you're able to carry on? Do you think you're fit for you? Those questions start coming up. So here's what some people tried to say in trying to help Kanye understand what was being told to him. So you had one person, this is all from Parlor. I think he's misunderstanding what his lawyer was saying. Any lawyer will tell you that if you're behaving erratically, that's going to hurt you in court. The truth is, he shouldn't be posting to social media at all while any litigation is ongoing. Courts consider these things as an indica of behavior and mental well-being. If you remember his thing where he suggested a friend's kid was an actor, that's the kind of shit that hurts you in a custody hearing. And somebody else said, lawyer just trying to warn him, and bro took it as a threat. And I absolutely have to agree. You know, I don't think that the intentions are to remove Kanye from having custody of the kids. In fact, they're not even discussing that. Kim has 80% custody of the kids. Kanye comes in and out to the soccer games. Kanye just wants the ability to have them go to his school after their school. And that's where it's been cut. Well, considering the school is closed down, allegedly, because Kanye opens it up, closes it, staff quit. And now you got staff quitting, you know, because some of them are Jewish. And so you got staff quitting. You got them concerned about their accreditation. The school saying we're closed. Kanye saying, no, y'all not closed. You know, so they have all that going on. That's been their main crux. Also, what I've come to learn is that Kanye has finally forked over his financial documents to Kim Kardashian's lawyers, which is telling that they have come to a agreement about splitting up the pot. Now, we all knew that she was keeping hers and he was keeping his, but it sounds like there's whether it's paying for the child or whatever care, they've come to some sort of agreement when it comes to that. Just leaving just this custody of where the kids are going to go after school. And so that's where we are now. All of this has to be figured out before the December date, because if they don't, it's going to be up to the judge. Right now, they're in mediation hearings where they're supposed to come together and sort of work this out. And hopefully Kanye, nigga, get to the table, cut this shit out. Somebody else said, wait, so after all his anti-Semitism, Ye still has a Jewish family lawyer, Cohen. So Kanye told everyone Jews are unscrupulous in mafioso style, deciding who gets to work and for how much. His point was that Jews do bad business, control everybody, are untrustworthy, and black people need to have their own business partners without Jews. Yet at the same time, this black billionaire didn't hire a black lawyer. He hired a Jew. You can't make this shit up. Let me off this ride. And that was another thing. That's another thing. And it's a slap in your face. It's like, so what are you saying? Because when we turn around and look, you always got somebody of another color around you, bro. You even date of another color. That's your preference. And nothing's wrong with that. But you can't be 100% for the people all the time. And then everybody around you don't look like they're the people. So when I saw that comment, I said, nigga, you had a Jewish lawyer this whole year leading up to now. And apparently you've been hating Jews and up for the Nazis and Hitler for years. So much that one of your employees recently sued you. Settled because you were saying some disparaging things about Jews and touting Hitler. And it made them uncomfortable. And it's like, wow, I don't get the connection at all. I mean, we would have to sit down and have breakfast, lunch, and dinner for me to understand this shit. So I thought this was a really good point as well too, because it's like you can't say the same thing and then also I still don't wait. Kanye panders to white people. It's no confusion there. Period. It's the narcissist in him that makes him act above reproach, like he can't be touched. He burned down his own empire. That's the Kardashian curse. He really did, yo. From 1 point something billion to 450 million. That don't even sound right. When he said slavery was a choice, I was done with him. He is a man blinded by his own ego. Shit's crazy. Yes, I've been done with him. Yes, absolutely. So, and this all at his own fault. If we ain't nothing we could do. This man did this to himself. All right. Another business story I want to talk about is this Bacardi and Jay-Z story. So this has been so interesting to me. So Bacardi puts Jay-Z on blast, says he backed out of the deal to promote D'Orsay. So I went to go read about what's going on with Jay-Z and D'Orsay. So Jay-Z, maybe a year ago or something, he sold 50% of his stake and his ownership to Bacardi. And so they share ownership. Then back in August, he had a handshake deal for them to buy the remaining 50% at a set price. But Jay-Z got wind that what they were really going to do was value the D'Orsay at a low level. Basically, we're going to buy this off from you, give you this money, and we're going to try to shelve D'Orsay, get it off the market. Basically, and I wanted to say this is how we lose black businesses all the time. Because when you blow up, and I always think about cosmetic products and hair products, when you blow up and you have a product, once L'Oreal, they see that you blowing up, they want you to be a part of their line so they can diminish you so that their other products still maintain hype. So they buy. So, I'm, Roman and I got this hair cream and it's booming. Black people love it. Booming. L'Oreal comes along. Hey, we'll give you $100 million for it. Great. I take it. Now my product is low stocked. No, it hasn't been upgraded. Packaging is low. Sitting for years, no promotions, and now that black business that was booming is now no longer a competition in that hair market industry. So Jay-Z got wind of that shit, and I think he always knew that, but he did it in a smart way. So what he did was he ended up filing a lawsuit against Bacardi. He filed a lawsuit against them, and no one knows the exact price of this lawsuit because the price of the lawsuit is exactly tied to what Jay-Z is now valuing D'Orsay at a much higher value. Like, nah, nigga, y'all gonna do all of that? I'm gonna sue you bitches. You gonna pay me X amount of dollars, and you can do whatever you want with it. And that's how he wants to play it out. And then they came back, and this is why I opened with Bacardi came back by saying, no, nigga, you only backing out this deal because you trying to still promote D'Orsay. You still trying to go out there and make it still a win-win business. So that you can, I'm not sure what they think he's trying to do, but for him, in my eyes, I think he's still trying. It's a brand, it's a legacy, it's his own black-owned brand. He was trying to maybe mainstream it by putting it with Bacardi, because you got to remember, Bacardi and a lot of these other, they have their major distribution points. But D'Orsay is only so big. It is not like all international. You need these larger brands to help distribute and get you into the markets you need to be in. You know, when we see him, when we see all these liquors at these restaurants, you think that's they're calling one all those people to no, they're calling one person who distributes all of this stuff. And once that distributor has a lot of different places they distribute to, everybody wants to be distributed by you. Yeah, you can get a little 10, 20% off of the cut. But if you just because that's business just coming to you. Hey, we got stops here, 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 and here. Do you want to, so it was in his favor. But once he realized that's not how it was going to work out, he continued marketing his product. And then he asked them, can you produce me financials on where you have DRC stock? How much do you have it stocked for? What's the price? How much has it made? He wanted to know all of that stuff. And they submitted only enough. They basically said, Jay-Z, we're only going to give you only so much stuff. So regarding his demand that his business partners open the books, the company claims that it has already given him more than 800 pages of financial records and that any additional documents he requests are out of bounds because they involve Bacardi data, and which they view as existing entirely apart from the DRC venture. And that's really what he wants to know. He wants to know where my shit at. Because I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of places I'll go and I don't see DRC prominently placed or out. I don't even see the little advertising decals. You don't see that. That all comes from the distributor. They ship that stuff. They promote that stuff. That's the part of the deal. And then Bacardi has 50-50 ownership in the company and they're not even doing that. He has every right to feel this way. And so I thought it was interesting that now we see Jay-Z shaking it up with Bacardi. This is shit that Diddy couldn't even do with what does Diddy have with Diddy Drink, shaking it up with the big wigs, but he's shaking it up with the big wigs. And I hope on the flip side of this, he gets exactly what the worth of the valuation of his company. I really do. That is exactly what happened with Fubu. I remember Fubu. Same thing with Rockaware. Now Diddy wants to buy Rockaware back. I think he sold it to either Skechers. Yeah, he sold it to Skechers. Now he wants to buy the brand back from Skechers and rebrand it for high class. The fuck? What are we doing? And we make these mistakes. You're supposed to learn from them. And so I thought this was a great insight into some of the politics behind some of these businesses. So shout out to Jay-Z standing 10 toes down with your shit. Sue their asses. Make them produce receipts. Make them pay you to take your business down. Because that's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to be DR gone. That's what it's going to be. They're going to take that shit right down the drain. So stay tuned to that. I'll keep you all updated on that one. Now, I want to talk about this Dwayne Wade situation. Dwayne Wade's ex-wife files petition objecting to legally change daughter Zaya's name. And so I want to talk about this because I thought it was really, really interesting. So his ex-wife, basically filed this petition saying that he is trying to profit off of Zaya and her transition, and that Zaya is feeling the pressure from him because it's all from financial gain. Now, so according to some documents obtained in the petition, she is saying that Dwayne Wade is positioning their daughter, positioning to profit from the minor's child's name and gender change with various companies through contacts and marketing opportunities, including but not limited to deals with Disney. She says, I have concerns that he may be pressuring our child to move forward with the name and gender change in order to capitalize on the financial opportunities that he has received from companies. She goes on further to say that at one of his homes this year in April of 2022, he informed her that a lot of money had been already made and that additional money will be made in relation to their child's name and gender issue. He told her that he intended to make their child very famous due to the name and gender issue, and also informed her that there would be endorsement contacts associated. And so she filed to protect their child. And she's like, we need to wait until she turns 18 or the age of majority in 2.5 years. And then she's like, there's also going to be pressure on the child to change. And I saw this and I'm like, beautiful picture, by the way. I saw this and I instantly said, I agree. I agree with the mother. I absolutely 100% agree with the mother. I agree that in the decision like this, when you have a child and there's a major decision like this, both parents need to be on the same page, not just one. And if she's not on the same page, then y'all both got to get on the same page. You didn't just bring the world child into the world by yourself. You can put up as much money and support as you want, but you're not the only person that brought this child into the world. So I saw it and I said, I saw a lot of people feel in different ways, but I had to put myself in her shoes. No, I want to be a part of this. And honestly, if her values are that I'm okay with my child transitioning, I just want her to wait till she can consent at the age of 18. I don't have a problem with that. Those are decisions parents are supposed to make. They're supposed to. I will be a fool to sit up here and say, well, she's wrong because if her, no, it's a two parent decision. They both have to make that decision and feel comfortable with it. And then she's like, she feels like she's not a part of this. She barely sees her daughter. She wants to be a part of the decisions. That's a problem. That's a problem because that decision right now, you don't know what her not being involved, what they may lead to later. She needs to be at the table, and that's where that's how I feel about it. I mean, there's no other way around it. It's sad that she had to go file a petition. She had to go this far that they couldn't have a conversation. You know, these are still our children. These are still our kids. These are babies. I don't, you still have to treat them as if they're very innocent and guide them. And if Zaza, I always get her name wrong, Zaya, I'm sorry. If Zaya um, wants to transition and she has the permission and consent of both her parents, I don't, to me, that wouldn't be a battle. But at this point, I just feel like they both need to be on the same page. This is confusing to me. Dwayne Wade doesn't need to profit from this as he is, and that's the other thing. One of the most marketable basketball players on earth. He makes so much money in China. Right? It's a major decision. Wait until adult, in my opinion. I truthfully believe she does not want her child to continue movement towards transitioning. This is stalling on her end. I agree that all the changes should wait till Zaya is 18. I just have the feeling that the mom has this stance due to Gabby. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and for all those reasons, you could be right. She could be trying to stall the transition because she doesn't want her to transition, and she could be jealous of Gabrielle Union and her daughter's relationship for all those reasons. But why not still then, if she's saying that 18 is the preferred age as her biological mother, then why not putting that together as a plan and then saying by that's a couple years. That's I think they both need to be on the same page. I just do. I don't think it's cool for a parent to make this decision without them both at the table. And then for him to be receiving all these deals from Disney, it lacks true genuine support. Now granted, all of us, everybody, if your child was going through something like this and people were lending you support, yeah, you wouldn't turn it down, but I wouldn't be reaching out for it. Like, hey, she'll do this if you do that. No. So I don't know. This whole situation is messy and its lingering effects from the custody battle between her and Wade. I think the question should be, why does Zaya not want to see her or spend time with her? That's another good point. It is directly reflective of the custody battle, though. Absolutely, 100% agree. Absolutely, Risa. It is definitely. I mean, because otherwise, this would have never come to the forefront. We'd have never known anything about this. But now we do. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're only petitioning to change of name at this moment, right? No hormones or physical changes. She goes by Zaya already, or so name change isn't a big deal. Let me make sure it's only the name. Uh, Name change and gender change. Yep. So it's the name change and official gender change. And so we don't know what comes with the gender change part of it. If it's just the marker on your license or if it also includes therapy or anything like that. So I mean, I don't know if that also includes that, but knowing that they can profit from the child's name and gender change with various companies through contacts and marketing opportunities, including but not limited to deals with Disney, does raise the flag. Does it involve at some point, would she be obligated to these companies to transition? Because then that sounds like like tying her transition directly with a corporate contract. Um, and then that would I would see that that might be some sort of greed or abuse. But yeah, it's heavy. This would have been fine had both parents been on the same page, but unfortunately they're not, and it's getting messy. It's getting messy, and Zaya is involved, and now she has to also see this play out because of course she's in social media. She'll see this all play out. Now, granted, she might her petition might be denied, um, and we might be back at the drawing board. Where she just has to work on repairing her relationship with her daughter. Um, because then that would be her only option is getting to your daughter and having that conversation with your daughter, versus doing this public petition. But I have no sides in this. I do want to see everybody. I do want to see them have a good relationship, though. I definitely do. And it sucks that it's like this. But I'll stay tuned. I will stay tuned to that story. And that is doing OnlyFans, Powerball, Young Ma, Jay-Z, Dwayne Wade, Sherry, Nia. Yeah, we covered everything I wanted to talk about today. So we definitely did a roundhouse. So don't forget to get y'all Powerball. It's at 1.5 billion right now. You take home after taxes and all that shit around 300 million. That's enough to change your life. We covered the talk shows and we talked about the ratings and Sherry having her ratings slump. We talked about her being fat shamed on her show. We also got into Nia Long and that everything that's going on with Ime Udoko, him switching over to the Brooklyn Nets, and it'll be interesting. I hope they too have decided to just like separate. We talked about the OnlyFans, Courtney Clenny, and the phone call that was recorded in his pocket. Of her calling him the N word, their little argument, which is just beyond me. It baffles me. We also got into this blackface situation out in Utah where the kids were in Walmart with blackface on, thinking that shit was cute until they get slapped in the face. Now I'm not advocating anybody slapping anyone, but that wasn't cute at all. And so yeah, we also talked about Young Ma and these pictures and how it caused so much just tiff about Young Ma and the possibility of her being pregnant. Well, get ready, 2022 in America. She won't be the first masculine female and won't be the last masculine female to be knocked up and have a baby. So get ready. We also talked about Kanye West and these T-shirts and how the ownership has been shifted to these two young men. And he can't sell the T-shirt, profit, brand, do anything with it when it comes to apparel. Now, I don't know if he's going to switch it to a digital asset or a print asset, but when it comes to apparel, it's null and void. We also talk about him and the possibility of him losing his child, which it really wasn't about him losing his child as so much it was, dog, chill the fuck out. We got into Jay-Z and the Bacardi situation, and really Jay-Z is he's watching his pockets. He's trying to protect his brand and stuff that he built, his legacy. And then we finally closed out with Dwayne Wade and Zaya and her official name change and legally objecting to legally change daughter Zaya's name. We're gonna stay tuned to this story. It's definitely interesting to see that she is going to be in the middle of this very cute picture. Thank you, news crew. Thank you. I sent you a story on IG when you get a chance. Watch the video. The last part of the video says a lot. Is that? I know I watched it. Is that the same? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Well, when they are in the process of transition, you have to live as the gender for at least a year before the change, anyways. Well, that's a good point. I didn't know that. Really? Even before you're prescribed medicine or anything like that, you have to live. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I'm getting some lotto tickets today. Me too. Who you telling? I don't even know what I'm about to go in there and say. Just run me some numbers or something. I sent you a story on IG. I'm gonna check it out. Well, King and Chat, it's time for me to clock in at work. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you. And you all have a wonderful day. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's been a pleasure being here with y'all this morning. I will be back tomorrow morning. Now, I may not be hot topics. I may not be local news. I may just be up here talking about something. I might grab a little topic or something, but I'll be back in the morning to kick the breeze with y'all. Thank y'all for being here. New subscribers, I appreciate you for being here with me. It's always been a pleasure. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all on the flip side. It's been a pleasure. Happy Thursday to everyone out there. And until next time, News Crew and Crew, deuces.
Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you.